Okay, in that last video, I showed you how, we were looking at electronic cigarette and it wasn't particularly a deep classification. This one, HO1L, is semiconductor. So this search just says CPC colon is HO1L, and we're going to search. And this is just an insanely deep class. So for example, I'm not just looking at HO1L here, I'm looking at HO1L21, which is a main group, right? This is a subclass, class, section, right? You're used to all that, and here's our dots. Look how deep this thing is. It's crazy deep. So far more than 250 nodes. So how can you deal with that in AcclaimIP? Well, okay, I just searched on HO1L, so we know if I hover my mouse, right mouse click, I can fire off a landscape at HO1L, and it's going to automatically generate for us at a certain level. So I could run it, but for this case, I don't think I really need to, because we're gonna dive in a little bit deeper. So devices consisting of, notice how the title just cuts off at 20. A pluritype semiconductor, so maybe that's an interesting area, including semiconductor. And we get to this area and we, quite frankly, ran out of nodes, right, already. We ran out of nodes in this crazy deep class. But if we were looking at using organic materials and that was interesting to me, well, look here. These links are also blue. So I can then fire off a landscape at that one dot. And now I'm starting there, and we're going to get 250 nodes all the way until it runs out. So we can get pretty low here. But I could then fire off another landscape, right? So we kind of have to read this, right? You got to read it in the whole structure of, it's not with more than 3 subpixels. It's specifically using RGB. It's a multicolor light emission, organic LEDs, on and on, right? Because we're just further and further subdividing it, and I can just continue to dive in deeper. And I don't know if there are children here. No, there's just one. So we pretty much got everything there. But by the way, one thing to recognize, right? AcclaimIP, the reason that these are even possible is because AcclaimIP can query the hierarchy. So when we're looking at here using more than 3, let's go ahead and run this matrix. It's a pretty complicated one, so this one might take 3 seconds instead of 2. But it's just calculated 250 nodes. But the reason this whole thing works is because we always pick up the children. So I've got this one highlighted, right? That's what that plus sign means. It says, I don't care what's below it, grab me that 5 dot. See, it says 5 dot. And if there's 6, 7, 8, 9 in this class, there are areas that are like 12 and 13 dots deep. But in this case, we are going to, no matter what, grab the children, right? So we're characterized by the geometrical arrangement of RGB subpixels, no matter what how that class is further subdivided, right? So it always works. It's always giving you a complete answer no matter what. So this is a very short video just on that idea. You can use this as a drill down. Some of the life science class are pretty deep like this. Definitely the semiconductor classes are. Not a whole lot, but when you get into that case, you're just going to have to build sort of multiple technology matrices so that you could, adequately describe it. I mean, the last thing you want to do is deliver to your client some sort of matrix or the visualization that ultimately lays on top of this that is way too detailed that you're really saying nothing. Right? You really want to go and here are the organic LED patterns, and let's go take a look at how that's further divided up into various technology components. So that is that short video. Hope you enjoyed it. The next one's going to be great.